Welcome children. Hope you all are doing well. So let's start our remaining chapter.
So, children, we are doing our chapter 2 force and pressure motion. We were doing types of motions, and first one is translatory motion. What is translatory motion? A motion in which all the parts of a body move through the same distance in the same interval of time is called translatory motion. For example, when we throw a ball on the ground, each part of the ball covers same distance in a given time. Now translatory motion is of two types. First one rectilinear motion and another curvilinear motion. Rectilinear motion is when object moves along a straight line. It is known as rectilinear motion. For example, a car running on a straight road. This will be called rectilinear motion. This motion will be called rectilinear motion. The second one is curvilinear motion. When object moves along a curved path, that is known as curvilinear motion. For example, a basketball thrown into the basket, it will take a curved path. Okay, so this motion will known as curvilinear motion. Now, another type of motion is circular motion. As name suggests, when an object moves along a circular path, it is called circular motion. For example, the movement of the moon around the earth and the movement of the earth around the sun. These type of motions are circular motion because they are following circular path. The earth and the moon following circular path. Okay. Now next one is rotational motion. When an object moves in a circular path around a fixed axis. Okay. Again it is a circular path but around a fixed axis without changing its position is this type of motion will be called rotational motion. Now children, please note the difference between the circular motion and rotational motion. In circular motion, an object as a whole travels along a circular path. Okay, while in rotational motion, the object spins around a fixed axis. Okay, for example, turning of the blades of a fan, it is fixed is in its axis. Same as spinning of earth on its axis is an example of rotational motion. Okay, and spinning of top is also an example of rotational motion. Now next one is the repetitive motion. As name suggests, a motion which repeats itself is called a repetitive motion. Okay, repetitive motion is of two types, periodic motion and non-periodic motion. Periodic motion, the motion which repeats itself after a fixed interval of time. For example, revolution of the earth around the sun, it takes place after 1 year. Okay, and the swinging of a simple pendulum. Now second one is non-periodic motion. The motion which repeats itself but not at regular intervals of time. For example, motion of a car in a busy road. Okay, it can't be in same speed. Okay, so it will repeat itself but not at a regular interval of time. Now children, We have just taken an example of swinging of a simple pendulum. Now, what is simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a small metal ball called bob. This metal ball is called bob, suspended by a long thread from a rigid support such that the bob is free to swing back and forth. Okay. The motion of pendulum was first studied by Galileo. Galileo discovered the important principle of pendulum according to which a simple pendulum completes every swing or oscillation in exactly the same time. Or, in other words, the period of oscillation of a pendulum is constant. This has been discovered by Galileo. Okay, now some terms related to simple pendulum. The length, the distance from the point of suspension to the center of the bob is called length of the pendulum. Okay, this length from here, suspension point, to the center point of the bob is known as length of the pendulum. Now, second one is, when a pendulum is not moving, it is said to be at rest. This position of rest is also known as mean position or equilibrium position of the pendulum. Suppose the bob of a pendulum is in equilibrium position. If we now take it to one side, either side, any one side, okay, to one side and release it, it begins to move to and fro. This to and fro motion of a simple pendulum is called the oscillatory motion. Okay, one complete to and fro movement of the pendulum bob is called an oscillation. For example, the motion of the pendulum bob from its extreme position B to C and back to B is called one oscillation. We can take it from mean position also. The motion of bob from its center position A to B, then B to C, and then back to A is also equal to one oscillation. The maximum displacement of bob from its mean position on either side is called amplitude. This distance from mean position to the extreme position is known as amplitude, either side. So, the maximum displacement of bob from its mean position on either side is called the amplitude of the pendulum. Now, the next term is frequency. The number of complete oscillations made by a simple pendulum in 1 second is called its frequency. The SI unit of frequency is Hertz and it is denoted by Hz, capital H and small z. 1 Hertz is equal to 1 oscillation per second. Now, the next one is time period. The time taken by the pendulum to make one complete oscillation is called time period of the pendulum. Now, the next one is oscillatory motion. If an object moves in a to and fro motion about its mean position, it is called oscillatory motion. For example, a swing in motion. It moves to and fro about its mean position. Same as swinging face of table fan. I am not talking about the blades of the fan. When fan moves about its mean position like this. Okay, that is the example of oscillatory motion. Now, please note, oscillatory motion are periodic in nature. All the oscillatory motions are periodic in nature, but all periodic motions need not be oscillatory. I'll clear you. Just see. It is an example of swing. This is oscillatory motion as well as periodic motion, because oscillation, just now I have told you that the period of oscillation of a pendulum is constant. So swing is an example of oscillatory motion as well as periodic motion. On other hand, a revolution of planets around the sun is a periodic motion, but not oscillatory motion. It means they are not moving to and fro about their mean position. Okay, so this is the periodic motion but not oscillatory. Now, the next one is random motion. When an object moves in any direction and direction keeps changing continuously is called random motion. For example, movement of atoms and molecules in liquids or gases. This is example of random motion. Now we will continue our chapter in our next video. Till then, thank you and bye-bye.